All right, well, welcome everyone today to the Green Air Lunch and Learn. We've got Annabelle Kim and we'll have Pamela Cardwell on as well. We're going to be talking about compliant Facebook ads with the different changes that have come about from doTERRA. So Annabelle is awesome. She's our Green Air rep. She's given us lots of great discounts and prizes and all sorts of stuff. So with that, I guess that's over to you.
Okay, well, hi guys. Great to see you again. I always want to kind of back up for those of you who are loyal to the calls each month. Margie, Mike, you guys rock. You'll hear just this intro once again. But really, I just want you to understand what we're doing here and why you guys are working with Green Air. I'm going to start to share my screen, and I always make the announcement not to look at my desktop because it's always insanely. But what I'm told is that's a sign of genius, so I'll go. Anyways, so my role at Green Air is working with incredible diamond leaders. I have so much fun traveling the country and really working with your top level leaders. And what we're able to do is roll out, this is the program. So this is what we do for you. It's a powerful partnership where we help not just the diamonds, but it becomes you guys to retain and grow your businesses. And so we hand select people that we're willing to work with. We have a huge list now, a waiting list to get into this program. And so we only work with the very best, both as far as from, people who get it as far as a business sense, but definitely people who truly are invested in you. And the program is in no way an affiliate program. I think it's important for you guys to always know that. This is their time. Brandon, thank you, that he's spending an hour every month making this possible for you guys so that you guys can really learn from our complimentary sessions. So we teach you every month on not how to sell diffusers, but really how to support your business model so that you can be more empowered with incentive-based sales training and different tools that will help you get your business out there faster. So I always talk about the diffuser model, and I always like to define that. So we've been at Green Air working on the diffuser model since really the diffuser model started. So Paul Prince is the president and CEO of Green Air, and he, back in the day, helped my oil business get started. For some of you who are new, you wouldn't know that anymore because it's now transitioned into Oil Life. And so, but it used to be my oil business. And so Paul Prince had worked very closely with the Chedevis and had a great working relationship with them, and even Justin Harrison on the diffuser model. So they really wanted to figure out a way to get a mass-produced, low-cost diffuser into wellness advocates' hands to be able to use as a true price point to use as an incentive. You're never going to hear me knock a doTERRA diffuser because the truth is our components are in many of them. And so we are the largest manufacturer of the diffusers in the world. So we are really, really close with doTERRA. I always like to address the competition that people might get confused by. doTERRA is not trying to be a diffuser company. They are an oil company. It makes no sense not to offer diffusers in their lineup. So therefore, it's really important that you guys know that you're actually just skipping the middleman and coming to us. But anyhow, back to the diffuser model. You want to use diffusers in your business. Well, one of our challenges is that being an oiler, it takes a lot of knowledge and time. In the beginning, it is a complete lifestyle turnaround. And so it can be very overwhelming for most people. I consider myself to be pretty smart. And even I felt pretty overwhelmed in the beginning. What was the best way? Should I do this internally, or should I be doing this topically? Or what should I do here? Something about diluting, and I don't remember that, Rachel, so I'm not going to try it on my niece right now. And so what happens a lot is that people just get freaked out and they just put their oils on their shelves and they never walk back to it. So it's a real challenge that you have to be aware of, and it's really good to be armed with a diffuser in your business to just make things more simple. It really simplifies everything. The other thing is when you send someone home and start their journey out with oils with a diffuser, at least they know how to diffuse, when anything else fails. So maybe they won't become the expert oiler, and that's fine. But diffusing is one of the very best ways that you can use our oils. It gets into the bloodstream so very quickly, and it's so visually pleasing and mentally pleasing, so many different benefits, and it's just easy. So it really just helps you avoid the burnout period that a lot of people face in the first 90 days, where it's crucial that you are babysitting your first 90 days with a new wellness advocate and getting them started off right. Diffusing is addictive. Once you start diffusing, you want one in every room. So really common to scatter them all throughout everyone's bedrooms and to have one in the kitchen, the bathroom. You want one now in your car on your journey to work, and one goes in your cubicle, etc. But when that happens, the average diffusing household will consume 50 drops of oil in a diffuser per day. So if you multiply that over a month, that is 1,500 drops of oil. And if you divide that into our 15 milliliter, the large bottles, that comes out to be 6 of them. So strategically, we always want people to be over 100 product value points so that they can start getting commissions, so that you can start strategically placing them in your downline. And when also the most important thing is when people are using at that level, they can't help but share. So even if those people never intended to, which is, by the way, our model, no one really starts saying, hey, I want to be an oil salesman. Most of us fall into this through our warm market introducing us to it. It just perpetuates the model so that people start to realize how great it is to get some of their oils paid for, and then get them completely paid for, and then, of course, have sensational rock star businesses like Brandon and Melissa. And so simply put, really the diffuser model it naturally increases your OV. It's a massive move. It's really, really simple. It just avoids the burnout. It attracts new business. Again, it's math. So this is where, I do joke, but I'm sales and marketing. I am the sell girl because that's how you become presidential diamonds, guys. You need OV. You need overall volume, you need sales, and you need to create a diffusing lifestyle to ensure that they use the products every day at a rate that is sustainable for your business. So, Green Air, real quick. Hi, Pamela.
Hello.
Is the manufacturer and distributor of diffusers in the world. That is important for you guys to know because a lot of companies don't make their own diffusers. So you have to be super careful. The price points might look the same. They might look even pretty. But there's a lot of things you can skimp out on that can be really scary, namely plastic. If you're not using medical grade polypropylene plastic, you can get into dangers of leaching, where that becomes that you're diffusing carcinogens into the air. That's a bad thing, obviously. So at Green Air, we make diffusers for every oil company pretty much out there. So we can't afford not to have the best industry standards. So everything is the very best that you can get, from the fans, the motors, the computer chip that runs the diffusers, and of course the plastics, all of that. And then we give you a 1-year warranty. That's amazing. So we give you incredible customer support, so that, just like doTERRA, you have an amazing customer service support there. If something goes wrong with the diffuser, don't take care of it, you guys. I'm telling you right now, don't take care of it and don't call me. Call customer service. They are trained to help you for an entire year. So all you need to learn when using our diffusers in your business model is this. This is the simplest thing. On the bottom of every diffuser is the customer service number. There's no secret in terms of how to get in touch. You're just going to tell your customer to give your name. Boom, they're covered for the year. Customer service will then find everything else. So that's my little intro that I have today on Green Air and why we work with you. So I'm going to get back to Pamela here, who's going to talk about building a compliant ad. Really quickly, I just wanted to let you guys know that I've had the privilege of being in a very intense mastermind retreat for days at Haley Hobson's house. And there were 35 presidential and blue diamonds. And so anyway, the reason we put this class together on the fly, so you guys are our beta on this, is because what came up was what is compliant when doing an ad online for enrollments. A lot of talk about what you're allowed to give away, how much, is it fast start, photo, this, that, the other. It's actually really simple. And that's what we're going to talk about today. It's about what is and what isn't compliant. And I'm just going to tell you right now to just line it up. The only thing is you cannot put the word free with this. So you can basically put the image, whatever you want to give away, may it be roller balls and books. Of course, we think it should always be diffusers. And so you can put the image of that in your enrollment ad, but you cannot explain with text that it's free with. So Pamela's going to start her presentation now to really explain that further, and I will hand it over to you. Okay.
Thank you. Hi guys, it's great to be with you again. Sorry, I wasn't quite ready to be on, but I'm so glad to be here with you guys. I'm just going to share my screen, and we're going to do this great presentation talking about being compliant and making sure that you're doing ads the way you're supposed to. So sorry, I'm just pulling it up here. Like Annabelle said, we can't use the word free anymore. So although that seems like such a bummer when I initially heard that, I think it's going to be a good thing, and it'll help you guys be more creative and share in a different way. Sorry, I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. Can you help me, Annabelle? Where am I supposed to be? Sorry.
So you should have a slideshow view. Go to view. The top,
view.
right? And then you should be able to hit play somewhere. Go to the home. Go home.
Oh, okay.
And then there should be a play button there.
Just at the very top of the screen, Pamela, there's the PowerPoint, and it's like a couple of things in, and then there's one that kind of shows a screen. There you go.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Thank you guys. Like Annabelle said, this is like pure beta. So we're sorry you're our guinea pigs. Okay, so we're going to share how to compliantly add your green air diffusers. Yes, go up. So, and I just wanted to reiterate, the best place to share these kits with your diffusers, getting people in, new enrollees, etc., is on Facebook and Instagram. That's primarily where we're talking about sharing this at. So your first step in doing this is pick the kit that you want to share, and then pick the diffuser that you want to go with it. So we're promoting the Home Essentials kit with the Willow Forest diffuser. And you have Annabelle's catalog of all the images, all the diffusers. So that is, that is just, looking through the catalog, picking the diffuser, making sure you've got it in stock so you can supply it. And then at doTERRA.com, under product information, they have all the kits and pictures, and they're really great quality. I just took this one directly off the site, and it works great. So no hunting or searching, just kind of download these all to a file is my recommendation, and go from there.
Real quick, Pamela.
Yeah.
Graphics library. So they can snag the images from the graphics library.
They can also do it there. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So you guys can grab the images of just the individual units of the diffusers.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So on the right, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So on the right is an old ad where it says enroll with free diffusers, which we love to promote. But that is no longer going to work. That free has to be taken out. So we've changed it over here, and we don't have enroll with free diffusers. It's just the kits with diffusers, being really obvious with what we're still sharing and what they're still going to get, but you don't have that free word there, and that's helping you guys to stay compliant. So now that you know the words you can't use and where to get your images, my recommendation is to go to Canva. It's simple and free, and that's where you want to, and if you haven't done that yet, just get on there. It's really easy. You can kind of walk yourself through the step-by-step. It's kind of Photoshop for dummies, and you'll want to add your oil image and your diffuser, and you're going to want to say things like, start your essential oil journey, or curious about essential oils, those kind of taglines to get them interested and know that you're, saying, talk about the kits, talk about what's in the kit, etc. And then, lastly, when you're offering these kits, it's so important to get people started off on their essential oil journey, get them going right away, enjoying and using the oils. When I popped on, Annabelle was talking about, how many drops of oil they use. So, people get their kits and they just sit there and nothing happens with them. But if they know that you are giving them a diffuser to start immediately enjoying and using and practicing and, applying it is awesome. But when people know that they can use it sleeping or cold or by their office, that's a really powerful, the aromatherapy part is so powerful. So because you're getting the diffusers at such an awesome price, the two go hand in hand. And here's the 360, which is an awesome diffuser. Everyone, hands down, people love this, but you can even do, the little breezier, the scent tracker, especially on smaller kits, and, the trio, or, but sticking within your fast start bonus price. So just giving them that opportunity to immediately start using the oils is really, really powerful. And then I was supposed to make one more image, and that is hashtags. So we've created this, you're sending it out to people, you put it into your email, letting people know, and wherever you're sharing about your promotional kits. If you're on social media, you need to include hashtags after your image. And I can't stress enough that this is the driver that gets people to see your images in the world of imagery and, people being pulled in all different directions. You have to include these hashtags, and obviously really good ones would be, home essentials, doTERRA, essential oils, oily mom, oily, all those types of words. But then you also need to include words like essential oil diffuser, diffuse, diffusing. Diffuse all day is one that's gaining in a lot of popularity. Holistic wellness and homeopathic, natural, holistic health, and then change your life or start today, all those kind of words that get people really thinking, they might, those are things they're searching for online, and they can come across your photo. And then hopefully you've got a place where they can then get more information, get more resources, find contact information to email you or call you. That's the ultimate goal with this. So I don't worry about the free. I think it's just another stepping stone to making your businesses better and reaching new ranks, because we all have to be creative and figure out how to make our businesses work.
Thanks, Pamela. Yeah, and I'd like to add to that. I too was like, oh no, we can't say, here's what comes with your kit. But the truth is that no one's doing well on the enrollment ads right now anyway, the way that they were doing it. Like, here's my free stuff. Now let me compete with someone else's free stuff. Because exactly. You don't want those types of people in your downline anyway, because they're probably going to have a low retention. the ones that are like shopping for the best deal type of thing. And, because our oils aren't the cheapest, they're the best, period. And so what instead you should be marketing, which I think Pamela was getting at, to be more creative in your ads, is to really stress your branding. Cannot stress it enough. You guys have to start doing all that you need to do on making it clear of what type of leader you are and why they would want to join your tribe. And so get really clear on who you are as a brand. So if you're into yoga, and you have a juicing lifestyle, like that transitions with oils. If you're a do-it-all mom, and you've got, 7 kids that you homeschool, and yet you figured out how to like manage, be a CEO of your household, but also be, this rock star doTERRA leader, like be that, but figure out what your brand is and be clear about it, because doTERRA is no longer a secret, so most people are now on the online model. If they're not shopping for the freebies, they're shopping for the most inspirational leader. And you can only do that by properly branding yourself. So make sure that in your ad, you have really inspirational things that are completely authentically you. And, talk about what type of leader you are, and so join my tribe for this reason. Want to be on this type of team, the fastest, collection of business minds, or whatever, whatever your brand is. Make sure you make that clear in the language. So again, to like sum it out, you put the pictures of what you're putting in for free. You just don't say it in the text. Here's like the old ads used to say, here's what you get for enrolling with me, and then they would list it, a green air diffuser and 10 roller balls and, a book. And, you can't list any of that stuff anymore, literally in print word. It can just be pictures of that, and you just leave it ambiguous. And I'd like to make it clear, we were on the phone, Haley and I, with compliance. And so we got the exact, very, very clear answer on that. And you can take a look at Haley's page. We did an ad together for enrollment, and I worked with her and her team on that, so that, we made sure we had best practices that were approved. So you just can't put the words free or you're getting this for enrolling with me.
So Annabelle, did I miss something? Why?
Well, it became for a few reasons. It kind of started out with Amazon, actually, oddly enough, with price competition with Amazon. And they, several months ago, corporate released a statement to leader level saying that, okay, basically the history with Amazon was that they couldn't control marketplace sellers. And so they basically, in my opinion, came up with the can't beat them, join them kind of philosophy, and then capped it at 10% above wholesale cost of what marketplace sellers can sell doTERRA oils for retail online. So that got kind of confused with like what you give away for free. So people were like, does that mean I can only give 10% away of my Fast Start bonus? Or does that mean 10% of the kit? Or 10% of what? So like everyone started to get confused. And then in the midst of it, the online enrolling model has grown largely in mainstream popularity for the doTERRA model. And so it started getting completely obnoxious. Some people were gifting, buy a kit with me, get a free, family essentials kit. And so a lot of people started complaining in the boards, which it was losing its integrity, as far as all of that. And so they were just trying to basically limit that and make it more of a fair playing field, I guess.
Okay.
So, what is the official rule? I think that I've read that you can't give more than 50% away of the value of so our family physician kit is $150, right? So somewhere it says you can't give $75 worth of stuff, right?
Okay.
So I've seen that's an actual print. So, it's not wise, in my personal opinion, to give more than your Fast Start bonus. So stick within your Fast Start bonus. There's no guarantee they're going to, invest back. So, I say stay within Fast Start bonus. of what you're selling, and then, go from there.
Okay.
Any other questions, you guys?
Well, Annabelle, this is Margie again. I'm always going to ask questions here. One of the things I struggle with, because we did a pretty large order, and so now we're starting to incorporate the diffusers in our promotion and that type of stuff. And one of the things I struggle with is the book versus the diffuser. Can you kind of give me some? I mean, it obviously depends on the person, but when we're trying to promote enrollments and that type of stuff, what we've done is used or tried to use them with sign up as class. I mean, that's really, so that's, in other words, we're not giving them as the enrollment promotion, we're giving them to promote doing classes. That's one of the ways we're using it. But if I begin to start looking at doing it as a promotion for enrollment, then we get into like, what's better, the book, the diffuser? Kind of help me out with that.
Sure. Well, I mean, my philosophy is this. I love books. Love them. I have so many. Like when I first got into oils, I literally bought 22 of them, and I read like 14 of them cover to cover. And so like, I love books, but you know what? I started to try that in my downline and I'd get really angry because they're not cheap, right? And so I would start quizzing people, like on, did you read this part? Well, what'd you think about that part? And it was very clear to me that like, there was such a small percentage of people that read the books, And so it's like, it's not exciting to get a book. It's just not, like you got to think about where your return on investment is going to be. So instead, I think a good reward is a book on a loyalty rewards offer, spend this much on loyalty rewards, and you can still do it within your Fast Start bonus time and get a book. But you want to start them out with a diffuser because of that diffuser model that I'm talking about. It's all confusing at the beginning, and a small population of people read the book. So instead, you can get a booklet, and they're awesome. My favorite ones are from Share Oils. They do a beautiful job, but you've got A to Z guides, depending on what type of bulk you're purchasing them for, they run you about $1. On doTERRA's, you can get like My DoPro. I think you can get them for 60 cents. But my big thing was that I would start them off with a book.
You're okay, buddy.
The book, because it's a decent chance that it'll never get read. And that's such a shame because I am such a book nerd. But that's the reality. And you got to think once again, what is going to give you your best return on investment? And what is really going to be the best for that new wellness advocate with their oil journey. And it's about using oils every day and making it simple, not about like reading text in a book.
Well, I kind of agree with you. I think because a lot of people are very, very, for my input, they love the books. They do. They get off on that. But I will tell you that, since doTERRA has began to enhance their education and centralize it a little bit better than what we had before. I mean, it was sort of like, it was all dispersed everywhere. And, like just even with simply doTERRA.com, it's a really point and click. If I want to know what lemon does, I can kind of point and click it. It's not as extensive, and I think the book, the one thing that the book does is kind of give the reverse of I have a stomach issue and I can look it up there and go to the oils, that type of stuff. And we're not there yet. But I mean, I've kind of seen both ways. I've seen the diffusers as being very favorable. Don't get me wrong. I just see a lot of people, maybe it's Texas, I don't know. But I see a lot of people that just say, that book is, awesome. So I'm struggling, a little bit because we don't want to give away the moon. Like you said, but doing the incentive properly with the diffuser and even a step further with the book, maybe an option, something
Exactly.
like that.
Like just plan it better, like you can offer, and this is okay. So diffuser start. start with the diffuser. Trust me. All right. And then go with the booklet, with the diffuser. You can definitely do classic box with the living magazine, because there's a lot of descriptors in there. And then do the next month, if you really have a group of people that love the books, what I would do is say, spend 100 PV, and you offer that as the next incentive and choose from this Oil Life book or, a diffuser, but just make sure you roll out it as an incentive within your Fast Start so that you don't have to pay for the book, if that's what they're wanting to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Michelle. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I guess my question is, how's the shipping to Hawaii? That's always kind of been a iffy part.
Sure. Where in Hawaii are you?
Oahu.
Oahu.
Huh?
Okay, so it varies, very much varies. We ship USPS and we only charge you exactly what they charge us. So that's calculated by dimension and weight. But generally speaking to Oahu, I would say a standard plastic 8-pack is about $35 a case to ship. It's not bad. It's really not that bad. And then, of course, glass, because it's bulkier and heavier, is going to be a little bit more. And then the portables line is like, it's not bad. It's like $20, give or take, a case to ship.
Okay, so like we would have to like gather people who don't mind purchasing the same diffuser, and that's how we would do the shipping, right? It's by case.
Yes, everything is sold by the case, but the case packs are small, 4 to 8 units per case pack. Super easy to get rid of that. And the other thing that's awesome about you Hawaii people, it's not crazy as far as cost to ship to you. And the best thing is your stock is horrible out there. You have no options. So it becomes a hot item to have in your business in Hawaii because you have like no competition out there because the user stock there is awful. And so, it's a really smart thing to do to retail those units to your customer base, to make a smoking amount of money, because you can actually up the retail value, because it's a stronger market there. So what might retail here for 60, you can retail for 80 there, and get that. And then, you'll have made an enormous profit, so that would be like $50 profit on something like that. So it really offsets your shipping costs. And then you also have another stream of income, which is sensational. So yeah.
That's awesome. There's some really beautiful ones in there.
Thank you. But we still do all the warranty the same. So if something goes wrong, we will still ship any replacement part necessary to your customer anywhere in the world for a whole year. So it's a pretty great deal.
That is an awesome warranty. I have another question. So like if the light bulb goes out, is that something that we just replace on our own?
Pardon me?
Like if a light bulb were to go out, does that ever happen?
I've never seen it happen.
Okay, I'm guessing eventually it's going to go out. Okay, I guess the other question I have is how do we know, some of them are vertical models like they're vases. How do you know how to clean them? And, how do I know if they're easy or not to clean?
Sure. All of our diffusers are easy to clean. So I guess I'll do a little, demo here. So in every diffuser, there's this right here. That's a ceramic disc, right? So what you want to do is fill this up with warm water. Don't add, vinegar, nothing. So it's just water, warm water. And then let it sit there for like 20 minutes. And then what you're going to do is take a Q-tip, and at that soft edge, you're just going to find this little thing and gently go like this. That's it. And then you just do it the opposite way. And that's it. And then you dump the water out, and then you take a microfiber cloth and you wipe the unit, wipe it out. That's it. So ours are designed to be wipeable. So if you need to do a deep cleaning process, then, you can. Honestly, I've never done one because I have a million diffusers at my disposal at all times. I've never had to do one, and I'm really lazy about stuff like that. But I hear that if you do that, what you want to do is just use like a little teensy bit of rubbing alcohol on a microfiber cloth and also wipe that out and then rinse it out really, really well. And the thing what you're doing on cleaning and maintenance is always protecting this. This is what you're protecting, always, the ceramic disc. So you had asked about the light. Here's the thing with the technology. There is not a diffuser out there that's going to last more than around 5,000 hours. So the best chip is going to give you 5,000 hours.
Okay.
So the motor might still go, but it's not going to diffuse past that. So the reason being is that the chips are coated with a protective layer from the erosion of oils. So our oils are super duper strong. And so that's what's going to give out on them. So 5,000 hours, obviously depending on your use. I have a old standard aroma mixer, which most of you guys by now know is my favorite diffuser that we make. But I mean, that's going strong for, it's definitely 1,000 hours and it still works perfectly as day one. I would say that, but as far as like maintenance goes, if you really want the nitty gritty, I am not the one to ask. Call our customer service line. And they are really wonderful in just walking you through simple maintenance trips like that. As far as like you had asked about like which are easier, I would say the easiest ones are going to be the ones with the biggest open basin, like the ones that you can, that are, not too, they're shallow, obviously. And some of them have more pieces inside, like the Spa Vapor Plus unit has like a little doohickey. I'm sure that's the technical term. Engineers would be super proud of me for saying, but it's got this little plastic thing that like sits up close to the wall. And so, there's a little more maintenance in that. Those models, it's not hard though. I promise you, it's not hard.
Okay. Thank
Does
you.
that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Good.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
I think you covered everything well for us. So
Good to hear. I wanted to make a couple announcements. We are going to be at convention. And so we will be at the Radisson. We're going to be open from that Tuesday through Saturday. So I will be living there. And so I will be there from Tuesday through Saturday. Although I'm going to hit some events, like obviously the physicians panel is so awesome. I will not be in the Green Air store for that. And, whatever. But I'm going to also pop out for some team events. But come stop by and see us. Everyone who's silver and above will have a special leaders package, Brandon and Michelle, for all of your silver and above people. So we'll have a special gift for them to stop by the Radisson. So you can't miss us. It's right next to the Salt Palace. We have Primo location. So we're in the lobby. So we are the right directly across from the lobby. So there's not a chance you can miss us in Cotton Room 1 and 2. I also will be doing 2 live teaching classes a day. And then the first 50 people who come get a free diffuser every day. So if you want to tell anyone that, if they get in there early, they'll get a free diffuser. I don't have exact hours yet, so I will be sending you guys, both Michelle and you, Brandon and Melissa, the deets on that with, our hours and all the great stuff that you guys can pick up. So as far as specials, I know that I'm sure it was my fault, but I got the specials in your group late. So here is specials this month that are ending soon. And the Aroma Mister, truly, it is my favorite unit to make out of all of the glitz and glamour ones. This is the most ideal enrollment diffuser ever. I'm a spaz. I've told you guys that before because I have unique. So it's just looking for the cap. So like I'm here's the cap. But here's this the Aroma Mister. And so because new users can't have a lot going on, and for spazzy people like myself, I like to limit it two pieces, top and bottom. You cannot screw this diffuser up. Very clear what to do. You pour the water in and you press a button, one button. There's no confusion of 3 buttons, which one's the light button, which one's the timer button, etc. So this is the perfect enrollment diffuser ever made. And this one sells at Whole Foods nationwide. We have them carry it for us for $57.99. You guys get it for 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Amazing. So that one is going off special at the end of the month. You do have to buy it in the 16 pack, but it's the perfect one to stock up on for your fall events. It's the one that you want around like all the time. I love this. And then so we will be definitely not doing half price shipping on glass and bamboo until next summer. So I got my hand slapped for that because Paul's like, I only approved July. I'm like, the graphic went out, I'm sorry. So anyway, we will definitely be ending on that. So stock up for your hostess gifts for all of your classes and events you've got coming on. So that will definitely go back up to full price shipping. And then I've got a new 2017 catalog. So exciting. So it is brand spanking new. So there's a few items that I don't have in here, but there's some really cool things. So there's a new nebulizer. And so here, let me share my screen. What am I doing? I'll just show you the e-copy because that's what you'll be sharing in your group. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's been already a long day. I'm in. This is my 4th Zoom today. Yeah.
You could do them in your sleep.
No, you know what? No, I won't get into the stories, but Brandon, it wasn't pretty with like a really important launch group. And I just could not put sentences together. It was like 9 o'clock at night. It was like my 7th day. I'm not doing that again. Okay, so here's the 2017 catalog. Don't worry, Brandon. We are always going to offer the black. We might name it Brandon.
All right, I'll take it.
But it's now going to be offered in white, but I don't have it until 2017. So I don't have a lot of items. Well, just 3 items really till 2017. The willow in white is one of them. So the nebulizer, I'll have it at convention for a prototype, but I'm not sure if I'll have it ready to ship. I'm super stoked about that. Look at the price. 35 bucks.
For those, that's awesome.
Yeah. For those of you who know the nebulizing technology, that price point does not exist for a nebulizer. So you're usually looking at a wholesale cost of at least 100 bucks or more. So to be able to get a nebulizer, which is, why would you use a nebulizer? Well, it's for the purists that don't want to mix anything but oil and water, or oil and air, excuse me. And then it's also for the camp that have, really severe health conditions, so acute health conditions. And then lastly, for the people who've got breathing disorders, because it can induce coughing in the lungs sometimes with the water diffusers. So this one at 35 bucks is really exciting, really exciting. So this should be at convention. It should be shipping shortly after, if not soon. That's coming out. And then I've also got the amber, the Genesis is dark color now, which is super awesome. And then I also have something called the Aromasphere, and that is a fan-based diffuser. We basically got sick of a lot of people copying our scent pods, so we made a new one at the same price. So the scent pods are still $7.50. Now this Aromasphere is $7.50. Brandon, did you see the Lattice area?
What's that?
Did you see the Lattice area in person?
I have not.
Okay, so, all right. Well, the Lattice hair, for any of you who have seen it, when I saw this picture, it looked super boring to me. But then I saw it in person. I was like, wow, this thing is really substantial and it's really nice. It's because it's got like the finish on it. This has a matte finish. And for whatever reason, it doesn't photograph well, but it looks killer in person. So this is an exciting price point for something that looks so sharp for $7.50. But I won't have that until much later. I think it could be close to the earliest I'll have it is going to be like later in the last quarter. And then we have sent pods in purple and pink. Those are ready to ship now in case you guys are interested in that. And that's it. Everything else is the same. So I will get that to you like now because Brandon knows me. I don't do well. And that's all I've got for announcements right now. But if you guys need to order and get in touch, you will be contacting me at my information shown here. So Aroma Lift at newgreenair.com and my phone number 310-801-9117. If you email me, you need to put in the title, Michelle Bailey member or Melissa and Brandon member or Breathe the Gift member. You just have to put that in the subject because my emails have been overwhelming since this program has just like boomed, fortunately, but it's crazy. So if you guys could just do that, I'm creating smart mailboxes for all my groups now with those keywords so that I don't miss any of it. Just if you could remind people on that, Brandon, and Michelle, that would be really cool. Apart from that, I am done with everything I had for today. Do you guys have any other questions?
Hey, Michelle, I'm sorry, Annabelle, when are you going to be there at the convention? Did you say?
On Monday, so I'm there from Monday through Sunday, but at the store Tuesday through Saturday.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Anyone else? All right. Well, thanks again, Annabelle, for giving us some great little trainings, and obviously, of course, all the diffusers at our disposal. We love them, so appreciate it. I will get this call recording posted to the Facebook group as soon as it's done downloading and everything. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Guys.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Have a good day.